Colei. Watakula format card. Watakula format card.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this live broadcast of this match between Kenya Ports Authority and Prisons Kenya. This line is coming to you cuts of Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Mafro Sports. Just a recap of what happened yesterday. GSU beat Kenya Defence Forces 3-1. In another game, Kenya Ports Authority, the same team that's playing Kenya Prisons right now, beat Kenya Forest 3-0. And Trailblazers Volleyball Club beat Kenya Army 3-1. Now we are going to bring you all these action live from NYAYO Stadium here, of course courtesy of Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Mafro Sports. Shortly I'll be joining my colleague Florence Bosire in the commentary desk to bring you all this action at the comfort of your home. Now we are dedicated as Trailblazers Volleyball Club to ensuring that we showcase this volleyball talent locally and internationally. So stay tuned and enjoy.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for the first match of the day, today being the third and the last day of the sixth leg of the Men's Kenya Volleyball Federation's league matches. We have the first match of the day, KPA meeting Kenya Prisons, very formidable opponents here. We have our first referee, Judy Musinya, assisted by the second referee, Collins Dennis. Thank you for joining us. We hope that you're going to enjoy this match. Stay put, do not touch that dial. The game should be serving off in a few. My name is Florence Morabosire. We see a huge turn-up of fans today, probably showing the intensity and excitement that is expected from this match. Second point for KPA with that strong, solid block from Brian Kamonde. Bosire serves it, easily picked by Sila, who attacks it off court once again. Third point, KPA, they start off strong in this first part of the match. An ace by Elijah Bosire. Very early in the match, KPA broadening that gap 4-0. Both teams very, very experienced. Another ace. Those are two consecutive aces. We have not seen that in the matches this weekend. That is a first of its kind. Timeout by Kenya Prisons. Should be David Lungao, a very experienced coach there, trying to rectify on that and probably break the momentum of the server. It's always been used as a weapon to basically throw off the server and break that series that had been created. The fans waiting in anticipation. A very chilly morning here at NYAYO National Stadium. Well, we have my colleague Emmanuel is back. Had been missing for a better part of Friday. It's been wonderful having him back. What do you think about the matches today?
Asante sana Flo. It's building up to be an exciting match. What we're also going to be showing our fans, I think we should mention that, is the different speeds with which these balls are played. We have the technology that enables us to do that. So yeah, just adding to the flavor of this match.
And the first of its kind,
yes,
so
yes,
to
yes.
speak. It's not
locally.
been
This is
locally.
Yes,
A very new innovation that has been enabled by TVC and Mafro Sports.
Mafro Sports, of course. That ball was hit at 56 miles per hour. What a beautiful hit from Rashid there, from Prisons Kenya. So Flo, in the past we've seen that Prisons Kenya usually sort of dominates these matches against Kenya Ports Authority, and considering that KPA do not have two of their key players, what do you think? How do you think this will turn out today?
Well, this, considering how KP has been playing for the better part of this particular weekend, they have shown some level of solidarity, some level of bonding, so to speak, especially after the representation of the country in the Africa Club Championships for men in Tunis. They have bonded over time. They were in shock just before the championships after the loss of their players and the ruling that their players who have featured in professional clubs should not play. It has hit them for a bit, but I see that they've settled in. Prisons, on the other hand, have a name to defend.
Oh yeah, because now with the record that they have against the Dockers, they would want to maintain that. So we wait and see, because if Kenya Ports Authority lose this game, then they are sort of minimizing their chances at the playoffs. That one was Makuto there hitting that at 71 kilometers per hour.
Very strong hit right there. He's known for his power behind that ball.
Yeah, Kipchumba picks it. It is Bosire. Owala there, and everyone is left. Look at Elijah's Bosire's expressions there, wondering what happened. And the stance that Kipchumba there, I think, took, there was little that he could do.
Basically,
in that
not
position.
Prepared for that ball. Sam Juma, Bosire,
Limoy. There's a net touch.
Chesoli,
By
touch,
Chesoli.
touch net.
Quite a lot of experience in that man called Chesoli. Prisons Kenya.
As it stands right now, they need as much experience as they can on court. Both teams actually having experienced player with Toita featuring for KPA and Chesoli leading on the Prisons warders. Good defense by Juma.
Owala again, just dropping it. You can see that. What a wonderful block by Chris Owala there. And the coach today for Kenya Ports Authority is James Ontere. It's actually strange to see him come.
It is strange.
But he is stepping into really big shoes there of the head coach.
One Sami Kirongo.
No. Kirongo is for
Sorry,
Equity Bank.
I meant the name is Mulinge.
Mulinge. Yes, the name sort of skips you a little bit, but yeah. You can see David Lungaho there, the head coach, Prisons Kenya. He's built a solid team over time. But both sides, we have to give them, that they have experienced coaches.
Indeed, who are former players.
And the fact that James Ontere, sort of tend to confuse him with the Trailblazers libero. But yeah, it's also a good number that we are seeing here.
A very good turnout of fans right here. And very early in the day, it's basically 10:30 right now, and you can see a solid crowd seated waiting for this face-off, wondering who's going to run away with this match. Split fans there, some for KPA, some for Prisons Kenya.
And of course, that was such a beautiful serve from Kipchumba there. We have Dennis for Kenya, Prisons Kenya, with that outside hit. We really are going to have an interesting match here. We actually have an interesting match in our hands.
Indeed, we do.
Those seats there, those chairs are filling up slowly by slowly. Kipchumba again, beautiful service. Rashid picks it up, and it's again the same Kipchumba who is not able to pick that ball up from the backcourt. You can see the It's Makuto now.
Makuto going to serve.
Going to serve. Also gotten used to seeing him do the signature jump serve, and of course goes for it.
Bosire goes
The net
off court.
touch.
Seems to be a contention on the net touch or the touch of that ball, according to the referee.
Oh,
Or
it's the antenna.
Problem with the antenna. Waiting to see whether that will change the course of that decision.
So then we wait for that decision to be made. Will it be a common ball?
A possible common ball, considering the antenna was out of place. Interesting to note that again this is a battle between brothers. Elijah Bosire against the libero. Prisons Kenya, Charles Bosire.
Interesting.
Very important to know who will go home saying that I beat you.
And it's also an interesting fact to also note that the sister is in the commentary desk.
Indeed, that is very, very interesting.
It must feel nice to see your brothers
difficult
fighting
pick sides.
on court.
Very,
You
very
do not need to
interesting.
pick a side here.
I
You
do not
just,
need to
you
pick
know.
a side. It is going to be rather obvious who the favorite will be. Makuto with an ace. I think that is the first ace for Kenya Prisons.
And also it's the first jump float really, because he did not.
He did not jump serve.
Yeah.
So it whether he'll do this. See whether he'll do the same. No, he doesn't.
Sam Juma who picks it into his Kipchumba, and just off the hands of Chesoli there, sort of disorients Makuto at the back. Look at that. He's really stepped up, Kipchumba, for Kenya Ports Authority. He has really big shoes to fill. Those ones of Omolo, and he's playing well thus far.
Indeed, he is.
Chris Owala with very limited space there for that service. Again, you have to acknowledge the fact that we do not have a lot of space, whether it's in the indoor court or this one. There's very little space to, experiment.
We really hope to see that day when we'll have an indoor arena like the Kasarani indoor arena. Very spacious.
What a nice pick from the libero. And
Powerful
Lemoy
by Lemoy.
with a very quick finish there. Again,
strong finish.
Thanks to the witty play by Elijah Bosire. Lemoy and Brian Gamonde in that middle blocking section for Kenya Ports Authority. Rashid picks it. Oh, the experience again by Idoita there, just right in time to stop the Kenya Prisons setter from dropping that ball. Will he try it again? Of course not. Oh, it is still in play. Chris Owala goes for it, but that railing there stops them from continuing that game. Really powerful attack.
A very powerful
from,
attack and a very
Rashid.
wonderful backward defense.
Yes.
It's really unfortunate
Yes.
that they have to deal with such instances.
Doita
Block that
with
could not
that
stop him.
experience again. Very calm, very composed. Chesoli will have a conversation with the referee, but that decision was okay.
Saying Dennis Mukua right there, another international that has featured for Japan professionally.
What's happening? Oh,
Ball is still in play.
Owala goes for it.
Very strong attack by
Very
Owala.
beautiful pipe there. Look at that save from the experienced Doita, who has in this weekend stepped up really for his team.
Indeed.
And we also
he
saw
has.
a series of services by Chris Owala yesterday. I think he had like 4 aces, but generally like 6 continuous services.
Well, it doesn't seem to have started the same way today with the first jump service going straight into the net.
Yeah.
Wait to see whether that
Oh,
will change. There
is
seems
a
to be
net
another
touch.
net touch right there.
Again, Rashid, a lot of experience as well. And today, even on the touchline, we can see Enoch Mogeni cheering his colleagues on, as well as Omolo there and Kamara. Both, the three of them have featured internationally. And because of that decision that was taken by the federation, it therefore means that they are not able to play. That was a quick attack by Gamonde, but it went out of court.
Right out of court.
Right out of court.
Another one.
And Thoita with that touch out. And
Off
his
Rashid's
colleagues are cheering
hands.
him on there as he goes to serve.
An interesting collection of players right here. Very experienced players who have featured in the national team. It's interesting to see or figure out who will be called up to the national team this time round. Should there be any?
I think that is a challenge.
There's
yeah?
spoiled for choice. I think every men's team right now on the league
at
has
least
potential.
has someone who has
slated to be featured.
Yes.
Very witty there.
Beautiful from Chris Owala.
See
I think
the
they were expecting that
they did. The
it
three
would be a
solid man broke.
really, powerful attack there. But such a beautiful finish. Remember, this match would have been played in the fifth leg, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
but Kenya Prisons they had another engagement.
And I think they do have 2 matches today.
They have
to
2
cover
matches
up
today,
for
actually.
that.
Yes.
Another
Jairus
change there.
stepping in.
Former captain of the national team.
Yes.
Has been a seasoned left attacker for years.
He's coming in to
replace
serve.
Rashid.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us, it's Emmanuel Legon and Florence Bosire here in the commentary desk, bringing you this match live from NYAYO National Stadium for Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Mafro Sports. And we are continually dedicated to ensuring that we showcase local volleyball talent here and across the globe.
Hoping that they're enjoying the match from the comfort of their homes.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure they would have loved to come here and watch it in person. But thanks to TVC for facilitating it. Very powerful attack by Dennis there. His spot jump is rather high. He hits that ball quite above the block.
Yes,
See
he
the replay
does.
above the block, making it totally difficult for the backward defense to do anything about it.
And also when he has the space, he's very good with those jump services.
Indeed.
Dennis.
Very young player there. First season featuring for Prisons Kenya, and he has shown his capabilities.
No, he's the future.
He
He's
is
the future of that team.
Prisons. He is the future.
He really is the future of that team. Let us see how fast his hit was. Well, we are going to let you know that in a bit.
Another new face for Prisons Kenya that has been instrumental in their performance, especially at the Langata Barracks in the fourth leg.
Sam Juma picks
Sam
it.
Juma.
There is an overpass.
And
He
it's
still picks it
in
again.
play. He does correct his mistake.
Owala there with that beautiful finish.
That sends him right onto the ground.
No, it's actually not Owala. It is Thoita.
It is Thoita.
Yes, look at that.
Very, very.
Really nice save by Sam Juma.
Sam Juma there, showing his work.
Kipchumba there with that nice attempt at jumping at that jump service. Just spins off the net. But it is
still in the lead, 2 points ahead.
They
just a point shy of the 20-point mark, easily picked by Thoita. Owala, the block out. We're at 20-17. Owala goes to serve.
Owala again with that trial. They are bringing in Titus Kibet to replace Elijah Bosire.
They have been using that tactic even at the African
at the club championships, and he did play well.
He did.
Titus
He did step up. Definitely,
played
he did.
extremely well for his side.
it's an
It's a
ace.
beautiful ace. The first one of the day.
Actually, the third of the day.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Elijah
The
had
first one for
Owala. For
Yes.
Owala, indeed.
Look at that, beautiful. The libero there. The other Bosire on the other side.
Not knowing, and I have to say that really looked like a very fast jump service.
Yes.
It did fly quite fast. Off his
I
hands.
think there is just a pause in the device here that is helping us to measure that speed, but we will surely let you know how that's going in a bit.
There seems to have been another change with Kim Tai coming in for Prisons Kenya.
Another
powerful
beautiful serve.
Just
It is
the
Dennis
set.
there,
Owala sets it.
and it
Doita.
is the experienced Doita again.
Not a lot of power behind that ball.
For the 18th time stepping up for his team, and Prisons Kenya are forced to step out on another timeout.
Sensing the confusion, 5 points ahead. That is really dangerous. Kenya Ports Authority really running away with this first set convincingly at that. They look relaxed and coordinated, well coordinated.
Well, at the start of the set, I almost would have said that that composure was on the side of the Ports Authority. You can see Enoch Mogeni there having a conversation with Doita. Players who really have a lot of experience and exposure, for that matter. It is quite something
And
that
very
they are not
encouraging.
able to play, but yes, the fact that they are present there with their colleagues gives them that support. It is Owala again with a service, beautifully picked by Charles Bosiro on the other end. Did he send it out of court? Kim Tai? It's actually on court.
Very tricky angle right there.
Yes, I think Lemoy there did not quite anticipate that. I also think that Kim Tai for Kenya Ports Authority, for Prisons, is playing in the left position today. We've
He
gotten
is
used to
playing
seeing him
on the opposite.
on the opposite.
He has
Now
been-
he's an outside hitter because Makuto is he still on court? He's actually stepped out. I think he was replaced by. Oh,
Well,
it is still in
this-
play.
Osire saves it, unfortunately.
It is still in play. Titus
Well
Kibet, and it is Owala who plays it rather simply.
Dennis hits it
And,
off court. Was there a touch? No, there was no touch. It's a set point
it's
for
just-
KPA.
Just outside that, out of that antenna, or it just went out of court. Look at that smile on the face across the face of James Ontere. They make another change, KPA.
And he goes to serve.
We'll get you his name in a bit. I almost thought it's Zeki Ochieng, but it's Zeki Ochieng is still on the touchline there. It's a nice service, nicely picked by Jairus. It is Kim Tai now, and although they make a very good attempt at defending that, they then send it out of court. It's also good to see that the immediate former setter for Kenya Prisons has now taken up sort of like coaching roles on the side, alongside, of course, the head coach David Lungaho there, and you'd see him having a conversation with his teammates there to
Indeed.
step up, especially the ones in the setting department.
He was a
Daniel
regular season
Kipto.
setter. He
Quite a
even
lot of
featured for the
experience,
national
yes.
team for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Very, very encouraging to see that, especially with the men's teams. A lot of teams having coaches who have been formerly players of the same teams. So it shows a a wonderful transition from playing into the technical
yes,
bench.
yes,
And
yes.
some encouragement for the game, and the future is bright. I can only say that the future is bright for the game.
Yep.
The ball seems to have flown literally out of the play area. They're getting time to get it back.
And also just a short break there to sort of recollect themselves and see Jairo having a conversation with his side. I think also for Kenya Prisons, they have replaced, what's his name, the setter. They have
Kevin
Mandori
Mayo
now.
With Mandori, another young
Another
setter.
young, yes, featuring for, I think, the first time in this season.
Very simple point.
Look at
there.
that. What a simple finish by Thoita for Kenya Ports Authority. And you can see the pride and the joy in his face, having been very influential in ensuring that KPA are in the lead and maintaining that lead. It has finally paid off.
Well, between the two teams, I can confidently say that Kenya Ports Authority seems to be more contained and more coordinated and more confident about this match. Kenya Prisons not so much, appearing to be a bit disoriented by the events that are happening right now. A lot of miscoordination, miscommunication on court that has cost them the first set, 25-19. That is not the margin that you would anticipate, considering their history in volleyball, in Kenyan volleyball over the years. Well, we will be having the match statistics in a few, probably.
Yeah, in just a bit, and there we go. Prisons Kenya at 19. Of course, it ends with KPA in the lead. Points from attack, 14 for Kenya Ports Authority and 10 for Prisons Kenya. Seeing the defense there, blocking defense, there is an issue. But Kenya Ports Authority have 2, Prisons 1, so it means that generally both teams haven't defended well. Service aces for Kenya Ports Authority, you've seen that they have done really well for themselves. 4 service aces, and opponent errors. Prisons Kenya have 7, Kenya Ports Authority 5.
Very interesting. It's important to note on the statistics that the services, KP had 4 points clear from service. The service is considered as the first line of attack. You take advantage of that, you make as many points as you can and run away, literally.
Yep.
The set. Considering how the set has ended 25-19, if you minus the 4 points that were aces,
Yes.
again
You'd
the
at least
at
get
par.
somewhere with that.
Indeed.
So yeah, we are taking a short commercial break, but we'll be back shortly. So don't go.
And we're back with the second set of the first match of the day, the third and last day of the 6th leg of the men's Kenya Volleyball National League, with Prisons Kenya facing it off with KPA. KPA earlier on took the first set 25-19. Well, we see Kenya Prisons having started off the first set with the second set with the first point. Another point for KPA with Elijah Bosire walking to serve after that powerful attack by David Toita. Bosire at the service area. Thank you so much for those of you who are joining us live. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your sentiments. Rigade says Prisons are the better side on paper, but KPA have shown great resilience. That is indeed very true. Steve, you want to know where Chemos is? Chemos featured for a professional team that rules him out from playing until the end of this season. Should he wish to play, he should start from the season that is 2023-2024. Abana, asante sana, big up Trailblazers for the good work. We take pleasure at bringing you these matches live and direct. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the support. We do not take it for granted. The score still tying at 2-2 with Toita serving. Easily picked by Charles Bosire. Dennis hits it off the hands of Kamonde that sends the ball flying out of court. He goes on to serve for Team Prisons. Easily picked by Toita. Owala attempts to dodge it, but it still picks Toita again. Bosire. And it's a block out by Jairus.
Again, it's Kipchumba stepping up for his team, considering that this, I think, is his. No, it's actually, I think he was in one of the smaller Prisons teams. Let me say one of the sister Prisons Kenya teams. Gamonde with that 51-kilometer service, and that is Jairus.
That is Jairus.
With that hit of 76 kilometers per hour.
And we're back with the numbers. Very interesting numbers there, showing how much power is put behind that ball during attack. We will, of course, poorly picked, but that service quite fast as well from the man himself. His name is locally, his alias is Stone. Another 51 service, kilometers per hour serve, and he goes there in time to pick it. Dennis raining hard with that attack. That ball was quite fast. That's way to see again another service. Another float serve easily picked.
Another 53-kilometer one. And Lemoy with that quick finish. They are now at 5, or is it 4?
It is 4-6.
4-6.
Prisons Kenya taking the lead for the first time in this match. It's a jump serve. Easily picked by Dennis.
Oh, he sends it flying.
Combination. Unfortunately, he hits it out of court.
It was a beautiful set by Mwandori there.
Mwandori did split those blocks. He literally left them on the ground, giving Dennis all the chances.
Dennis could not deliver for his side.
Another beautiful pick. Mwandori.
It is Kimtai again sending it out of court.
Owala doing that dance. There seems to be a net touch or a touch on that ball.
It was a touch out. That dance was short-lived.
To see the disappointment on his face.
Mwandori with the service. Another beautiful, very quick finish at 48 kilometers per hour by Lemoy.
Manuel didn't even get a chance to defend that.
You see, really, for those, especially for the middle attackers there, you blink, you miss it.
You blink and you miss it. Very true.
Chris Owala with that service, 69 kilometers per hour. It is picked by Sam Juma. Whose attack was that? Was it Kimtai?
It was Kimtai.
Yeah, it was at 86 kilometers per hour.
Well, trust Toita to be witty on that.
Oh my.
Everyone anticipating a hit from him, then he just dodges the ball onto the space. Either way, as long as the ball touches the ground, you're good to go. The points tie at 7 each.
But that was such a quick ball from Kim Tai there, because that attack was flying at 89 kilometers per hour.
89,
and even for the service, that was the fastest at 69 kilometers per hour from the fastest so far. What a beautiful block from Lemoy there. Beautiful, beautiful defense. Stopping Kim Tai again. Look at that. Nicely done. Nicely done.
From the numbers, you can see that there's a lot of power behind those balls.
Yes.
Well, the African way, we are identified by the level of strength attributed to the kind of food that we eat.
Well, it is the kind of speeds that are recorded in these men leagues. Apart from Chumba, the lady from playing for Kenya Commercial Bank, who else does that signature jump serve in the women's league?
I think there is one lady that has featured for Kenya Pipeline that has been currently playing for the professional club. I think her name is
the one in Greece?
Adhiambo.
Oh yeah.
Also has a very strong jump service.
Yes,
very strong. But Chumba, I think, takes the lead in the power behind the services.
Yes.
For the ladies' side.
That she does.
She has very strong services that have been instrumental in leading his former club KCB and also the Malkia Strikers in their wins during the last year's and a better part of this year's championships. We do wish them well as they prepare to travel to France and Cameroon for international assignments. We wish them well. We will be cheering them on from this side.
Of course, Chris Owala again is back to... Oh yeah, thanks James Otieno. You're saying it's Veronica Adhiambo. Asante sana. It's just gyro there. Stopped.
Osire,
oh, what? It goes
out.
Flying out of court at 69 kilometers per hour. That ball was literally flying. Owala there. It was a good attempt at service at 55 km per hour. Kim Tai goes for it. It is Dennis hitting that ball at 69 kilometers per hour. It's an overpass. Dennis again. Sam Juma
Toita
playing really well today. Really,
ball
his role. Dennis is the one who sends it away.
Some wonderful backward defense.
Wonderful backward defense by Sam Juma for KPA. Look at that, being cheered on by Enoch Mogeni and Kamara there. He's really done his role, played his role well.
Indeed, he has.
It's a poor service from, I think, Lemoy.
Lemoy was serving.
It is 9 ups. And it is Prisons Kenya serving. What an attack by Chris Owala. It's flying at 98 kilometers per hour.
98. That was some powerful attack.
Unfortunately, it flies towards the fans. Sending that flying at 98 km per hour. Kipchumba picks it. Rather simply, Dennis goes for it. I am certain.
Dori.
Oh, it is Jairus who sends it at 97 kilometers per hour. Unfortunately, it seems these balls that are flying at the highest speeds are going out of court.
They seem to be going out of court. We are yet to see one
It
attack.
is, Kenya Ports Authority with that service. It's Elijah Bosire. It's 10 ups.
Sam Juma
69
again.
kilometers per hour.
Well set.
Who is it? Oh, there is a net
Net touch.
touched by either Stone or Dennis there. Going to...
Timeout for Kenya Prisons.
Yeah, they have to compose themselves one more time, because if that battering continues, then they are going to lose it. Because even the first set, you saw it, they were at par, 1 point each, up to some point where they just couldn't catch up, and it was Jairus, not Thoita for KPA, who was instrumental in maintaining that lead and ensuring that they eventually won that set.
Well, this turning out to be quite the exciting match that it was anticipated to be. Very tight set, this one, with each team either taking a 1 point lead or being at par.
Yep.
It's literally 1 for 1. Each team getting a point after the other. We haven't seen rallies that go for long, or rather consecutive points for any of the teams at this point.
Elijah Bosire with that service. Dennis goes for it. It will be his ball to hit. It is blocked. Sam Juma picks it again. It is Doita, and that ball goes out of court. A lot of experience there for Doita, and in fact working against the height that they have there in that defense. Really done well for himself and for the team. Brian Gamonde there flying in to try and defend that, but it was too late to do that, because Kimtai, donning jersey number 14 for Kenya Prisons, serving that at 50 kilometers per hour. What a hit! Doita again, this time around hitting Maritim, the second libero.
To have been out of court when
Yes,
the ball hit him.
look at that. Just
Was
plays
of
it by the
course.
line. And again, we've kept saying this, quite a lot of experience by Doita there. They could not defend that though, because then Dennis has his way and he's going to serve. Dennis with that jump service, crosses the net. Juma picks it. Chris Owala, that I think is the fastest ball that we have seen so far at 114 kilometers per hour.
He hit finally 114.
Beautiful finish. 114 kilometers per hour by Chris Owala. Such a powerful hit.
Of this,
it is the
match.
fastest so far. He also so far has the fastest service at 69 kilometers per hour.
Very interesting.
But that was a powerful kill from him as well.
The change, Maputo comes in place of
Kuto
Dennis.
comes back in.
Another season, the opposite attacker who comes in to play the left side.
Let's see if they are able to look at that again. Another one from Chris Owala at 111 kilometers per hour. Even for the defense line there for Kenya Prisons, they really are just attempting to contain that ball, considering the power and speed with which it's flying. So that one is another one at 111 kilometers per hour. Makuto picks it up.
Wandori.
It is Kimtai, and the backcourt there really does not pick it up. Nice set by Mwandori. I think he's trusted in the services of Kimtai there, and he hasn't disappointed so far.
Mandori at the service.
I think it's good to see these players who are starting, you know, sort of like debuting in this season, and they are playing really well. Oh, that happened with Kenya Ports Authority the first set.
It did happen. It did happen. I think everyone is expecting everyone
to step up and pick that up, and while you wait for the other one to do it.
And especially the attack from Toita and the 3-man block that managed to, I think, stop the flight of that ball quite a bit. That was a very costly mistake.
Chris Owala again with that service. What? That is the fastest service as well. At 72 kilometers per hour, it's a free ball.
Osire!
What is it going to be?
Did go off court.
Goes off court. But that was sends some bit of frustration from Chris Owala there. He so far has given us the highest speeds here. Service at 72 km per hour. Doita, another hit on
Maritim really taking the hits today.
Literally standing in the line of fire.
He is indeed feeling the heat today, and as it should, the position comes to the territory.
Yeah, but we haven't seen Bosir. Okay, just because he's here to receive. Oh, it is still in play. But thanks to the infrastructure here, that ball will not continue. It's Makuto there. He
Another
also has
very
quite
strong
some
attacker.
power there. But he hasn't yet registered the speeds that we have seen by Chris Owala. Chesoli comes back in.
Chesoli, a very, very quick center position attacker. Very fast
And even
attacks.
very good block as well.
Soft-spoken. A man of very few words.
.48 kilometers per hour of service. Oh, look at that.
Ball is still in play.
Oh, it was picked by Chesoli.
Still in play.
Doita again. The first ball was at 77. The second one is at 92 kilometers per hour.
Wow, so he really made a statement
really
with the
added
second one.
some power there. He was like, oh, you picked that up? Let's see if you're going to do it again.
Let's see whether you do it again. Very interesting performance today. I hope that we have scouts watching this that will call up these players for the professional stints, because clearly we have
Elijah
at par
Bosire.
with BNL numbers.
Aaron sending it across. I think it's good to see that at least we have like over 100, and that so far is only by Chris Owala. Kimtai goes to serve. Kipchumba picks it. It is Gamonde still in play. Nicely picked by
Again, Maritim.
another one again.
Out of court.
Maritim. I wonder what he does outside there.
I would understand why he goes there, because with the
because
three-man
of
block, there's a possibility that ball will be hit onto
Look at
the
that.
blocks. So that will give him more chances of saving it after the touch of that ball. Again, as it turns out,
very nice finish by Doita. It is at this stage in the first set that they sort of separated. Mandori outwitting even the blocking line there. Did not even attempt to defend that. So it's Jeffrey Jeff on court.
Another change.
They bring another change. The brother to Rogers, who stepped out of play for some other assignment. But his brother also has the height
and very wonderful potential.
And the potential, yes,
to play. There's a whistle. There goes the whistle.
And it seems that Chris Owala crossed that line, the middle line there, along the net. It's 19-19 if I'm not so wrong. Oh, I thought it was Prisons Kenya with that error. But
he did land across the line.
Yeah.
Gamonde
again with another. Tries to be clinical with those attacks, but unfortunately he sends them out of court. James Ontere asks that they step out.
It is
to
the first
re-strategize.
time
It's the
out
first
for
time out we've
Tere.
seen them, yeah.
The pressure is slowly cropping in with that overtake by Prisons Kenya taking the lead at a very crucial point of this set.
Yep.
Trying to re-strategize and know how they're going to tame it and probably take the lead. We could be looking at a 5-setter. What do you think?
It is a possible outcome. That error there by Chris Owala and then now this one by Brian Gamonde has effectively seen them lose their 2-point lead. And it is Makuto in the serving court. So you expect that he wouldn't make a lot of mistakes with his services.
He should be jump serving if I am not wrong.
Well, he's been floating it so far, the two, because there is nothing that has gone beyond 60 kilometers per hour.
Probably being careful about it. Trying to make as minimal mistakes as possible. I see Jackson Mwambi at the bench, Kenya Prisons. The yellow card.
There's a yellow card.
The
Is
coach?
that for the coach or is it
Seems
for
like it's
a
for the
player?
coach. He is known to be a coach of a lot of words. Very witty and
he's,
sarcastic in his sentiments.
Cheering his side on.
He was the same when he was a player, so that is Jameson.
In fact, I would understand why he has done that, because the complaint he has is based on the decision that was made in as far as Chris Owala crossing the line, because from our side it seemed as though it happened on both ends.
Both teams.
48 kilometers per
wow,
hour.
what an error
a
on
save.
that. A solid block.
Solid block. That ball from Owala was flying at 60 kilometers per hour, not the fastest. It was nicely saved by Jeffrey Jeff, but they are not able to effectively defend that. It's 21-19 in favor of Prisons Kenya. Makuto still with the service, the jump serve
this time.
at 69 kilometers per hour now.
What? Oh, Owala.
Another 109 kilometers per hour from Chris Owala. He is the power in the Kenya Ports Authority side.
A powerhouse.
That
powerhouse.
ball was a quick one. Now they bring in Zeki Ochieng, donning jersey number 7, to replace Lemoy, I think for the purpose of that defense.
21 Prisons Kenya, 20 KBF.
All those empty seats that we were seeing at the beginning of this match are now filled up.
They have completely disappeared. We are looking for a case where they'll be sitting on the steps now for lack of space.
Or even at
among
the
them.
edge there. Jairus picks it. What a finish by Makuto. It's 87 kilometers per hour for that beautiful pipe. Look at that. Just look at what Mwandori has done. They making another change. Lemoy is coming back on court.
Lemoy is the better attacker compared to
Ochieng there.
Ochieng there, but Ochieng seems to be a better defender on
Yeah.
on the net.
I've even seen sometimes that they make a change and to just get Lemoy off the service court when it's his turn to serve. Owala again. Oh, it is still in play.
Again.
Still in play again. They are able to defend it.
A very
And
huge
they-
improvement on the front court defense.
Yes, it's 23-20 in favor of the Prisons Kenya side. It's another timeout, second in a row for Kenya Ports Authority. The
Prisons-
fastest attack, we'll reiterate that, is from Chris Owala at 114 kilometers per hour. And he also, I think, holds... no, it's actually Jairus who has the fastest... Yes. It is still Owala who has the fastest service at 72 kilometers per hour.
Very strong service there by Chris Owala.
Another powerful.
Oh, Prisons Kenya at set point. 24,
Yes. Very
20.
powerful defense there against Lemoy. And now they get to win this set, I think, for themselves.
They are at a better position of winning it, and it seems to be over.
Jairus.
Is it over? It's still not over. Simply said.
Sam Juma. It is Chris Owala.
Powerful by
attack.
Chris Owala. You have to give it to Sam Juma today. He is.
Sam Juma has
on top
played
form.
really well
Indeed,
today.
he has.
21-24. And
Well, this
they
service
make
will
another
be a
change.
determinant
KPA.
of the fate of KPA on this set.
Well, I think we're looking at a 5-setter because at this crucial stage, Kipchumba decided to do that jump service,
serve on the net
and
at this
it lands
crucial
fair and
point.
square on the net.
I can imagine the feeling of the referee, the
coach
coach
there,
right now, the fellow
Jameson
players. That is a rather costly mistake. It should not happen at this point. It should not happen at all.
At all, yes.
But especially not at this point of
But
the
they,
set.
I think they lost it from the point where they were leading at 19. Prisons Kenya at 17. 2 errors consecutively. Of course, one they can debate that the referee sort of gave them away on that one. But nevertheless, that's a final decision by the referee. So those 2 points, and then they were not able to defend the points that were successive there. So Prisons Kenya have just run away with it.
They saw an opportunity and took it.
Yep.
Rather a case of a lot of lack of concentration or loss of it from that point that you just mentioned. Well, we have the end of the second set, 25-21. Prisons running away with it. We stand at 1 set each, and the set statistics are as follows: 25-21 KPA attacks. We're having 13 for KPA, 11 for Prisons Kenya. Blocks, we're having 3 for Prisons and just 1 for KPA. Service ace, just 1 for Prisons Kenya, an opposite of what happened in the first set. Opponents errors, we're having 9 for Prisons Kenya and just 7 for KPA. Clearly the blocks from Kenya Prisons gave them this set. You're seeing them not much of a difference in any other quarters, just a bit of the differences, but we're seeing major improvement on Kenya Prisons blocks. Thank you for keeping the comments coming.
Asanteni sana kwa kuungana nasi. We are going to take a short commercial break to just let you know that we have kits that you can also get for you and your loved ones. So we are taking a very short break. Just take note of that number on your screen for you to use it to place your orders, but we'll be back shortly with a third set.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
Yeah.
baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes, it makes me
some.
You can start. You can say you start.
I can start. With the coach KPA having a rather heated exchange with the first referee Judy Musinya. Seems to be some confusion, some misunderstanding on something there that needs to be squared out before the start of the third set. We can only hope that this does not affect the performance of the team. We have seen cases where players lose concentration as a result of such instances. We do not know what exactly is lagging the game. Well, thank you again for your feedback. Caroline Joki, yes, Prisons Kenya has 2 games today. They should be playing the second match to cover up for the matches they missed during the time they hosted the regionals, Kenya Prisons regionals. It interfered with their representation at the 5th leg of the men's league matches. So I think that match should cover up for the match they missed. A lot of tensions running high this morning at the NYAYO National Stadium. As it's expected, both teams desperate to win this match. Both teams are making sure that everything is done as according to plan. The head of the referees there, Mr. Chege, coming down to sort out whatever bone of contention that was. I'll be serving off the first ball, the first point by Owala.
Chris Owala again there with 68 kilometers per hour.
Bosire,
an interesting way to start the match.
Very interesting way to start the match.
Nicely blocked there. Sam Juma, and it is Doita goes in simply to finish it. Jairus with that beautiful pipe there. Such a strong hit. And again that swing by Brian Gamonde was not the best considering the way that ball was hit. And for those who are asking, we have the technology that enables us to determine the speed of these attacks and these services. And we are doing that very intentionally to be able to also take the standards of these streams just a little higher to what's being done internationally. So welcome to the broadcast. Here at the commentary desk, it's Emmanuel Egon and my very experienced volleyballer here, the third Bosire in this situation, Florence Bosire.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here and be a part of this revolutionary experience in volleyball. We have been here years and we have never seen such.
Thoita with that clever serve. Very beautiful stop this time around. Brian Gamonde stopping Kimtai. Brian Gamonde and Chris Owala. Look at that. Powerful defense. They are not able to stop Makuto. It's 4-4. Collins Manyonge unasema congratulations. Unasema Blazers mnapiga hadi speed ya attack. Yes. Lona Mhongo, you're saying superb coverage. Asante sana. Kioni, you're saying yesterday's referee between KDF and GSU almost messed the good game. Well, that is water under the bridge now. Nixon Koech, asante sana. Caroline Joki, you see Prison has 2 games. Will they play both of them? Yes, they will. Because of what we mentioned earlier, that in the 5th leg they were not present, and therefore they have to contend with the fixtures as they are. Makuto with that service.
Chris Owala playing the easy one. Oh, Sam Juma again, featuring very prominently. Oh, the libero there. Chris Owala still in play. Such a beautiful rally. We've not seen any like this so far.
Still
Kimtai, and he is stopped. Is that Chris Owala or is it Doita?
Definitely Owala.
It is Chris Owala, who's played superbly well for his side. Tabitha Cherono, you're saying everyone should applaud Richard from TVC. We should support him, not fight him. Asante sana for that. Peter Odhiambo, those are the scores at the moment. Kipchumba with the service. It goes out of court. I wonder why he can't float it. I can see the disappointment on Jameson Terry's face.
Maritime asking the players to calm down.
Joseph Mwangi, you're saying Kipchumba is your player in Ashton, Mombasa. Asante sana kwa kuungana nasi.
Simple float. The point.
Again, Kipchumba here not being able to pick that up.
And Prison equalizes at 6-6. Again, we are seeing a repeat of the second set. Both teams being at par for the better part of the set. Maritime asking them to calm down.
And of course, we have Stephen Kaungu. You're asking about your hoodie. If you're at near the stadium, just come and pick. If not,
quite unfortunate.
What a finish. This time around, the libero picks that up. I think he was just a little. If he had moved to the side, that ball was going out of play. But well, Caroline Kasiva anasema Flo unafanya kazi nzuri.
Thank you very much, Caroline Kasiva. We wait
Juma,
to see you back on court.
It is still in play again. Sam Juma, Doita. This time around, it is enough. It is enough to take them to 7 points each. And Chris Owala goes to serve. Prisons Kenya have settled in now into this game, don't you think?
Indeed, they have settled in this game. They had a slow start, a lot of confusion on their part in the first set, having them lose it 25-19. Owala serves it off court, making it 8 Kenya Prisons, 7 KPA who goes to serve. It seems like it's Mwandori at the service area, is it? No.
Yes, it's Mwandori. Mwandori serves, Kipchumba picks it up. And it is Lemoy with that quick finish. Just deals with it very fast. Magdalene Mwende unasema it's amazing, unasema huku mambo ni moto. It's 8 ups between the two sides. And it is Lemoy with a service. Nicely picked by Bosire. Kimtai with that very quick finish. I think he plays just the same way as Weldon Kipchirchir, if I'm not wrong, of Administration Police Kenya.
He does play like Weldon, very similar style of play.
Again, Doita there. Makuto.
It has to be Makuto.
It is Makuto. And his attack is flying at 89 kilometers per hour. Doita there could not. Sam Juma trying to go at it with just his left hand. It is Prisons Kenya 10, KPA 8. Chris Owala goes to set. It is Doita. And that human wall there sends it out of play. It is 9 for KPA, 10 for Prisons Kenya. I think we have, the momentum has built up for this game, Florence. And even the fans on the sidelines, another 89 kilometers per hour hit by Makuto.
Well, the heat indeed has built up, as it was anticipated by the show up of the fans. They anticipated that these teams basically are equal in strength. Whichever one will take the win today will be determined by sheer luck, as you can see.
Yes, and we have another service error by Kenya Prisons. John Mutua, you're saying you hope that you are going to premiere the ladies' matches. Well, that is a conversation that is going to be had, and we will see what will happen towards the weekend. Chris Owala.
Seems to be a net touch.
Chris Owala with that beautiful, beautiful finish. And it's good to see that different players, you know, have the confidence to set that ball and not just Elijah, leaving it to Elijah Bosire.
Indeed.
Makuto going in hard, raining in hard with that ball, sending it off. The blocks.
Kiptai.
They are going to make a change. Kipchumba steps out to be replaced by Jeffrey Jeff for Kenya Ports Authority. Look at what Brian Gamonde has been able to do.
Unfortunately, there was a double touch on that ball. I think the intention was to have him hit it the second time, but he was not prepared to do that. So that was an attempt at playing it to someone else that saw him handle that ball the wrong way.
Chris Owala, very powerful hit. They are going to debate that.
Well, it's final. It is a block out.
Kenya Ports Authority with that service. It is nicely picked up.
Dori.
He makes an attempt.
There's a net touch. Once again a net touch. And
I think these guys have, you know, that's the second time he's attempting that. And the defense there is alert enough to be able to spot that. Kimtai decides to spin it. Hapa ndipo unasema kitawaramba kwa sababu you do not want to give away a free ball here.
Ball is still in play. Desperate attempt.
Beautiful attempt at saving that, but it also means that there was a lot of power behind that ball by Kimtai.
Indeed there was.
It's just 1 point. It's 1-for-1 here now. Beautiful exchange.
Stubborn Kenya Prisons maintaining the lead.
Makuto with a 50-kilometer-per-hour service.
Well, they seem to be broadening the gap. 2 points ahead, really dangerous. You do not have a team having 3 points.
Look at the coach David Lungaho there having a conversation with the players on the sideline there.
Very
what a hit by Jeffrey Jeff.
Well picked.
But it is still in play. There is a touch out. Nicely done there.
15.
It's nicely done.
Jeffrey.
Hilary Mbogo unasema kazi ipo. Tough game. Farasi wawili asubuhi.
Indeed.
Jeffrey Jeff with that service. Jairus, but that he's the other player to, you know, hit the 100 kilometers per hour mark at 101 kilometers per hour with his attack, Jairus. And they are going to serve still 2 points in the lead. Sam Juma picks it. What's it going to be? 108. Of course, it is Chris Owala again.
Chris Owala.
That is the fastest he's done in this set.
A game today.
Yeah. This gentleman is registering really high speeds on his attacks. Chris Owala. 16-15. What do you think will be the outcome of this?
Well,
what a serve.
Oh,
it is an overpass.
Doita.
And Doita just sees the space there, attacking it at 89 kilometers per hour.
You have to love his experience.
Look at that. I almost thought that it was going to be a pipe by Chris Owala again.
Because he was literally
because
running.
He was moving, swinging in readiness for that. It is 16-16, timeout by Prisons Kenya.
Very tough set here. It's going to be a case of luck or whichever team that woke up on the right foot today, because both teams are bringing their A game, both teams putting up a fight. You cannot tell that one team is lagging behind. Both teams functional in all its departments.
Well, it's interesting to see these developments here. Each side is fighting to the end. Helen Wantai, you are saying you're wishing Prisons Kenya the very best. Kevin Meja unauliza ni game gani ambayo inakuja next. I think Prisons Kenya still have a match against Kenya Army. Service at 58 kilometers per hour. What a defense.
Wow.
Jairus hitting that ball at 92 kilometers per hour. But Kenya Ports Authority are able to defend that. Look at that. In fact, it is Elijah Bosire and Lemoy who are able to stop him.
17 kVA, 16 Prisons Kenya.
Well, again with another service, but unfortunately it goes out of play. But you have to give it to him. Has a lot of power because that ball was flying at 77 kilometers per hour. Odenga Austin unasema game imeshika kushika. Mwende Magdalene unasema Owala has really nice service. Yes, he does. Wandori sends that ball out of play.
Well, service.
They are making another change. Like I told you, they Lemoy is stepping out.
Lemoy actually didn't ask for that substitution. He signified the coach on the need to substitute him for that service. Not really feeling confident about it. And also shows a huge level of maturity on his part. You want the team to win, not just you. Well,
Team Thai is stopped.
Oh my
What?
goodness!
I think they started celebrating too soon.
There.
Before that ball hit the ground.
That
Look at
ball was
Doita.
not-
Oh, I think it's because Brian Gamonde was falling, so Doita moved to create space.
And actually,
create
they
space for him.
think that ball touched the ground. Unfortunately for them, and fortunately for Prisons,
I hope there is no injury there.
seems to have been
because,
an injury.
Doita and Brian Gamonde there in
Had a
attempting to
collision.
block that. There was an altercation there, just a little bit. Hilary Mbogo unasema unapenda hii game. Unasema
Service by Jairus. Keep goes game.
Jairus with that service, nicely picked by Jeffrey Jeff. It is
Oala.
Doita. It is
Oh, it is
Doita.
Doita.
The
Doita.
experienced one here for KPA, stepping up for his team when it matters the most. And Elijah Bosire goes to serve, the witty one
Directly
with
to
his
his brother,
services.
Charles.
I thought it was
Bosire.
so obvious that that Makuto was going to play that ball that way. They did not anticipate that Jeffrey Jeff and Brian Gamonde giving away a very easy touch out.
Tesoli at the service serves it out of court.
That is the second service error by the Prisons Kenya side. Doita goes to serve.
Unfortunately,
Makuto again. Beautiful, beautiful finish.
well, Hilary Mbogo, I love the game seeing Doita and Mwambia. Mwambia being a former seasoned left attacker for Kenya Prisons who had a nasty knee injury take him out of the game. He is a referee right now, scoring together, but now their opponents, Kweli Life, Lee Balance.
Very quick finish. by Jeffrey Jeff. Yeah, I mean, it's good to see people who've studied together, played together, and even if they opponents, then it only makes the game even more interesting.
Indeed, it is.
21, Kenya Ports Authority, Prisons Kenya 20. Gamonde with that 55-kilometer serve, and can we call that an ace?
Well, it's close to an ace
because they were not able to do anything with it. It's timeout by the Prisons Kenya side, and right now Kenya Ports Authority are leading by 2 points. If they maintain the lead, then they win the set, and then they will have the energy to fight in the fourth set. So let's see how it's going to be.
That gap comes in at a very crucial position, having seen Prisons Kenya maintaining the lead for the better part of this second set. The coach there, experienced David Lungao, trying to do his math, see how they're going to recover the 2 points and the remaining 5 points to call this a set.
Well, Keith Nderitu, you're saying playoffs come after how many leagues? As per now, we are at fifth leg. Correction there. This is the sixth leg. And depending on how they schedule the next one, it should be the last one, if I am not wrong.
Indeed.
It should be the last leg of this league before the playoffs. Kenya Ports Authority was celebrating that, but it actually went out of court. But it was such a gamble that Prisons took, because no one actually attempted to go and salvage that, so it would have actually just dropped either on the line or just a few millimeters from that line there.
Indeed.
They make another change to reintroduce. Oh yeah, it's that defensive. Actually, they have brought back the
setter Kevin NYAYO. I think
there.
they're changing the line of defense on the front court.
Yes.
The setter going to serve, and the opposite getting in front. Easily picked.
Jeffrey Jeff picks it up. It is Owala.
Very solid block.
It is.
Again,
there seems to be
a net touch.
Yes. And at this point in time,
much to the disappointment.
At this point in time, it is Kenya Ports Authority who are laughing last.
Well, Robert Mikhail says, what did the Prisons Kenya setter do? I think that was a line of defense that has been changed. Yes. Getting out the center was at the front court and bringing in
with that service.
An opposite.
The libero
attacker.
sets it. How is it going to be?
In play? It's still in play.
Jeffrey Jeff, who was formerly a setter as well.
Ooh, he hits it
and Chris Owala overdoes it.
22-23. Very interesting.
They are going
to a lot of tension.
Yes, of course. You know, at this point in time, everyone, emotions are flying high. There's a lot of tension here and there, especially on the part of the coaches, with the referees there, and even the fans really are anticipating.
Well, Chesoli having a conversation with the second referee there.
And you can have a look at
about the rotation order of KPA. If this should
actually Prisons Kenya.
They're really finding out who is supposed to go to serve. They have that.
Yeah, if there is an error, then that point will go to, I think.
And with the captain asking,
KPA.
it was actually the complaint of the coach KPA.
Yes,
who seems
he
to
noticed
have noticed that there was an error in rotation.
one spot.
If that is the case, we are seeing KPA step onto the set point mark, and Prisons Kenya losing this point. Let's wait and see. It will be a very interesting turn of events if that would happen right here. A lot of tensions running high,
and I think we
Prisons
have had
looking worried.
We've had from the beginning of this game really problems with the second referee there.
Yes,
most of the complaints are directed towards his direction, Conte, as he is normally known as in the grassroots leagues. or tournaments.
Well,
He is
the
going
second
to have a
referee
conversation
approaches
with
the
the
first
first referee
referee.
there.
Is it a possibility of a point for KPA? We wait and see.
We wait and see how that is.
Any skip at the rotation. We see players trying to do that when they want to have a good server on position, especially
Yes.
when it's a critical point. I don't know whether this is the case. Is it
that
a point for
point
KPA?
goes
It is
to
a point
Kenya
for
Ports
KPA.
Authority.
And they are at set
And
point.
they
24.
are at set point.
Very keen coach there.
That was a good observation.
Clearly, he has done his homework.
He is present on court.
Indeed, indeed. This set is for KPA to
KPS
lose.
for the taking, really.
It is for them to lose because
And it
they
sets,
have
it
every...
sets
the
a very
pace.
good precedent and pace for the next set.
Indeed, indeed. Prisons will either come back wounded or
but how do you make such an
motivated.
error? Because there's a coach on the sidelines, and there's a captain on court.
maybe the nerves. A lot of nerves, a lot of
Yeah.
tension happening. I could see it on the faces of the Prisons Kenya players because they knew that something was looming, that was a major mistake. And it has cost them at a very critical position of this set. While KPA has to do literally everything to take this set.
Like another change to bring in Zeki Ochieng for defense purposes, replacing Elijah Bosire there.
Everyone on high alert right now.
You
Just a point
do not
to
want
go.
to make a mistake at this point in time, and that mistake in rotation there costing it's actually 24-21 because
Indeed.
that point has been stripped,
Wala.
and the Wala there sending them back to 24-22. So not quite a loss really, but now they have to finish it.
By all means, finish it.
Now
and
they-
looking at the front line
They
defense,
must finish it.
it's going to be
James Otere there with that timeout to also just calm his players down, and for the purpose of their composure. Ladies and gents, remember we have replica kits, replica playing kits for Trailblazers Volleyball Club that you can get for you and your loved ones. Exactly, Wigad, as you're saying, it's hard to see rotation mistakes at this level. Well, there you have it. Mohamed, you're saying team KPM sifanye tuwe na pressure mingi sahi na venye uchumi iko kindly make us happy. Somehow the uchumi conversation has gotten into the chat box there. Asanteni sana kwa kuungana nasi. This is the third set in this match between Kenya Ports Authority and Prisons Kenya. Prisons Kenya with that service. Look at that. And they finish it. It is Toita with that finish.
unstoppable Toita.
Just the same way he did the first set. He is the one who has finished it. Well, yes. Thanks for that observation, Tabitha Chirono. Asante sana. That score sheet is the one that informs who is at what position in as far as the rotation is concerned. What we were saying is that most of the complaints have sort of been leveled in that direction, not necessarily on the person of Conte. Lakini asante sana Tabitha Cherono, seasoned referee, for that correction.
Omar says that KPA, Coach James is always very keen.
And we have the statistics.
We have the statistics of the third set. KPA taking it 25 against 22 points of Prisons Kenya. Attacks we're having 12 for KPA and 11 for Kenya Prisons. Blocks 3 for KPA, an improvement from the second set, and 1 for Prisons Kenya, a decline from the second set. Service ace, each team had 1, and opponent's error again a tie at 9. Very interesting match right there. A lot of incidents and quote-unquote accidents during that set, but it has proven to be a lucky day for KPA in the third set, having taken it 25-22. Should Prisons take this fourth set, then we see a 5-setter.
Should KPA set it, then
they run away with the 3
just
clear
as good
points.
as done. Yes. Kwa hivyo mpenzi msikilizaji, asante sana kwa msikilizaji na mtazamaji, asanteni sana kwa kuungana nasi tunapowaletea mechi hizi kutoka hapa ugani Nyayo Stadium, ugani Nyayo, na tunakwenda kuchukua break kidogo, mapumziko kidogo, ili tuweze kuwaletea matangazo machache, kisha tutarejea kwa set ya 4. So usikwende mbali.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they...
And we're back with the start of the fourth set of this particular match between Prisons Kenya and KPA. KPA having run away with 2 sets. Again, it's just one of Prisons Kenya. Very interesting development during the onset of the third set, when Prisons taking an early lead 2-0 against KPA. Well, that dodge by Toita. Toita being very, very classical in his finishes. Very keen, that player, on spaces and where to put that ball. Destroying the solid backward defense of Prisons Kenya. The first point for KPA. 1, Prisons Kenya 2. Wandori seems to be a net touch once again. A lot of incidents on the net at this point. You are not allowed to touch the net during play. Well, Brian and Jeffrey having a talk right there. Another set by Wandori, Makuto, Sam Juma, Owala being very, very clever with that ball. A solid block by Jeffrey, the first of its kind we have seen on their part. Well, KPA overtakes Prisons 3-2. Mwandori sets it. Kimtai again hitting it on the net. Seems to be a mistime there, or a case of not so accurate set from Mwandori to Kimtai, showing by the frustration on the face of Kimtai. And again, from the look of things, the coach attempting to make a substitution. Kimtai, Sam Juma,
still in play.
Sam Juma Bosire trying
Jaira
to that
sets
ball
it.
again. The ball is
It is still in play.
Bosire sets it. Owala, another point for Owala.
Was that Owala or Toita?
It
It
was
actually
Toita.
was
It was
Toita.
These two men doing wonders on court.
And it
Easily
is 5
taken
for
one
KPA.
another.
Or is it 6? We'll wait and see, but I think it's
These
5.
5-3. 5-2. I beg your
5
pardon.
to Mohamed Ahmadi.
Again. Well set.
Jairus picks it up nicely.
Kevin.
What a block. Stopping the man. Look at the expressions on Chris Owala's face. It's just a lot of pride and joy in being able to stop Makuto there in his tracks. But I think there was a net touch?
Seems to
Looks
be
like
a
so.
net touch.
And Kimtai goes to serve. Nicely picked. Kamonde goes for it, but it's not enough. Mohamed Ahmadi unasema sasa mambo iko poa, nimepumua. Haki wenye wako kwa studio, mnafanya kazi murwa. Mitafute niwaletee madafu baridi sana. Naombea my KPA ushindi. Asante sana. Again, Chris Owala with 112 kilometers per hour.
He seems to
really
be
good.
getting better by the day.
Is that the highest? Oh yeah, we had 114, so second fastest.
Second fastest.
At 112 kilometers per hour.
Wow.
Oh, what a hit by Makuto there. We were not able to register that. Let's just see if we will get it again. But it
Very
was such a
powerful
very
attack.
fast ball there from Makuto, and they're going to make a change, I think. Oh, it's the referee asking that, you know, everyone steps off that line. Makuto nicely received. What a quick finish from Jeffrey Jeff, who has stepped up really in this match.
Indeed, he has stepped up in this match.
He's played as a setter once at Equity Bank, but now he is an outside hitter, if I'm not wrong. Or is it opposite?
He is
Makuto.
an opposite.
Sam Juma goes for
Owala
it.
has to
Chris
be Owala.
Owala.
Ball is
Sam
still
Juma
in play.
again. And this time around,
Toita,
my oh my.
the
It is
unstoppable Toita.
the unstoppable Toita again, showing them how it's done. Look at the
Leading
joy
from the front,
across the
right.
face of the coach. And Omolo as well, conversing with his colleagues there.
Very proud at the performance of his counterpart.
Gentlemen have been able to
Yeah,
step
it
up
has.
even in the absence of their colleagues. Look at Lemoy doing that pretty easily. You have to just give it to them, really. These lads are playing a beautiful, beautiful match today. Cornelius Kipkosgei unasema go Prisons. Juliana na Mutira unasema KPA wanafanya kazi nzuri. Faud Yusuf Shirazi, asante sana daktari, unasema let's finish this, cheering KPA on. And I have a question, by the way, for somebody would walk away with a branded TVC and Mafro Sports hoodie. It's a nice blue hoodie, and the rule is quite simple. If you are able to answer the question correctly and be the first one to answer it, then you will walk away
Indeed.
with that hoodie. So,
Aha.
so this is the question: where did well, we are going to just get back to that. Let's look at that service, and then we'll ask you that question. So just stand by. Doita places it. What a way to play it.
2 men
You
down.
have to leave it to
Literally.
Doita. He's gotten 3 men.
3 men down. 3 men down.
Everyone chasing that one ball. Look at that. Yeah, 2
Oh,
men.
Interesting. 2 men
Um,
floored by that.
what a game.
finish.
It is 10 for KPA, 6 Prisons Kenya. Shaping up to be a beautiful, beautiful game. I think it is. They are preparing for Chris Owala's services.
Whoa, is it
And
an ace? It's
flying
not
at
an
79
ace.
kilometers per hour, but just goes out of play. I think he would actually have
Very
just
powerful serve.
spinned it, because there was a lot of space left there by those receivers.
Easily picked. Bosire. Doita.
Wow, 101 kilometers per hour.
Very fast.
Another 100 plus speed there, this time by Doita.
I think two people just have managed to hit the 100-point mark.
There are actually three, because I think at one point Jairus was able to do
Oh,
that.
Jairus for Prisons Kenya.
Jairus, who is supposed to be attacking that ball,
Well, that
has
has
ended
to be
up to
some
be the one to block it.
confidence.
Look at that! Now Doita has gotten to 108.
Getting better as
What a
it
quick
goes.
finish! It's a very
Well,
technical game, we
clearly-
agree, Omar.
From the way that there was literally no net defense on that attack from Kenya Prisons shows how much the backcourt defense for KPA has improved and how solid they are on the backcourt.
Poor
Bosire,
reception by Bosire there. And they
Struggle,
can't
they
agree on who is
struggle.
going to
nice set.
attack it.
Again,
Oh,
Bosire
well.
sets it once again. Still in
It is
play.
still in play. Oh, yes, it is still in play.
Owala.
Chris Owala.
Bosire
Picked up by
plays it.
Bosire.
Makuto.
Nicely
Monde.
blocked.
A one-man
It's a
block.
one-man block. And he says you cannot go past here. You cannot go.
The Dockers running
Yes.
away literally with
They
this
are sailing away with this set. Wow. Wow.
Prisons appearing
Prisons,
totally
Kenya.
disoriented.
Are back in. Look at that.
Oh, now that
What
was
happened?
unexpected. That was rather
It's
unexpected.
another point for Kenya Ports Authority.
13-7.
14 actually.
14-7.
Yes.
7-point lead. Very interesting development right there. Very, very interesting development. The technical bench for KPA very excited at the development. Another block by Kamonde. Emmanuel sets it. Another one by Kamonde. Kamonde is on fire. Very, very wonderful defense. Both at the net and at the backcourt by KPA. They've come for blood. They've literally come for blood. They're showing by
have
their
to-
performance, cementing their lead. The longest lead you've seen from the start of this match. Timeout for Prisons Kenya.
And you see, we've been talking about the fact that Brian Gamonde, you know, in as far as attacks are concerned, he's not been able to step up. But when it matters, he's been able to stop the likes of Makuto, Jairus, and now Dennis from attacking. Solid blocks there. Now this is the question for the hoodie. This is your chance to win a branded Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Mafro Sports hoodie. So the question is, where did Trailblazers Volleyball Club first train? The first ever training. What was the location that they used to train? There's only one answer and there's only one winner. So let's go.
Indeed.
Poor reception, forming up to be a beautiful
Another
game.
dodge.
Look at that.
Doita.
Doita makes it look easy.
Doita.
This man is having fun. It's like he's warming up, he's
enjoying it.
training, he's enjoying this. And you see, this is going to have an effect on Kenya Prisons, because coming out of a match that they have lost in this magnitude and moving into a match with Kenya Army, who play really hard
Mentally, you're right.
mentally, it's going to be quite something for them. They were not able to defend that better, and I think somebody has gotten a hit. Look at that. It is Dennis, I think,
It is
with that
Dennis.
hit.
Well,
Coach Lungambo
again,
there
half mark,
in this
16-8.
play. 8
Very
points
disappointed
ahead.
by that performance. The boys looking downcast, looking disappointed by the events today. The boys at KPA side really excited.
Jairus with the service.
Easily
Nicely
picked.
picked.
Bosire. Well, that would have been a powerful
Could
attack.
have been, yeah. Nice formation. Makuto, but it is still in play.
This
It
is
is an
play.
overpass.
Dennis
Makuto again.
Gamonde.
Gamonde was just about to
Used
stop
be a
him,
net
but
touch. Something
is there a
happened.
net touch? Because that, I think, was a good stop there. It's 51 kilometers per hour. It's not quite as fast as the ones that we've seen.
Kamonde is on fire. Kamonde is
another
a
service
walking
by
wall.
Jairo. I
He's
thought
really
that
big.
ball was out of court.
Has
But
to be.
wow! 95 kilometers per hour
Wow.
by Doita.
Wow.
Look at the way that he's doing it with a lot of ease. Man, this is quite an interesting match. Just like we anticipated. 8 points clear, KPA at 17. Prisons Kenya 9. And so it means that the KPA team is actually solid, with or without the services of their 3 players. So imagine if all of them were on court. We wouldn't have any set for Prisons Kenya.
I'm thinking the new faces have proven their worth.
Yeah,
and
because
the exit of the players was rather a blessing in disguise.
it was,
showing,
because then it gives you an opportunity to show what you're made
Show
of.
what you're made of and you prove your worth in the team. And indeed, they're doing a brilliant job at that. Very brilliant performance by the newcomers. Not disappointing at all. Seemed to be another issue on court. Not sure what that was about, but we play on. Bosire at the service, serving it to Charles Bosire, who dives for it. Dennis
It's going to be a simple
simply
placement
finishing.
there, but it will
Bosire,
cost them
another attack.
hugely, because Jeffrey Jeff is the one who goes in to finish it, and you can see the psyche. They're playing these with a lot of fun. They're having fun. These guys, the KPA players, and it's sensational to watch.
It is.
And also because we have a full house here. What
Human wall
What a block
coming into play once again
by Brian Kamonde. Solid block. It's Brian Kamonde and Jeffrey Jeff there in that defense line for Kenya Ports Authority. There is a net touch by Doita, but good attempt at trying to defend that, but a very good attack by Dennis there. We have several attempts that have been made to answer the question. Karaban unasema Owala is on fire. He indeed is on fire. Kioni unasema KPLC. Kevin Major unasema Jim ipi? Jim ni wapi? Is there a touch out? I thought so.
Not to be a touch out. The ball is out of play, but they can afford a bit of mistakes without comfortable lead. You
9 points clear. 8 now.
Actually, it's 8. Just 6 points shy of calling it a game. Taking home the 3 points
looking
from
for
this match.
For the winner here.
Well served, well received, well attacked. Support.
Look at that. He shouldn't have retrieved his hands there. Kevin. Eddie unasema Stima. Owino Kumba unasema Mathare 4A. Steve Ocheng unasema Nyayo National Stadium. Samuel Morioki unasema Absa. Nixon Koech anasema hii imeenda sawa na Salim Wandwe. Isao Kioni unasema Nyayo Stadium. Nafikiri yule ambaye amepata jibu la hilo swali anaitwa Naftali Kungu ama ni Kungu, sababu jibu la hilo swali ni Arboretum. Kwa hivyo Naftali Kungu, nenda pale kwenye Facebook page yetu na uweze kutueleza details za size ya ile hoodie yako and where we are going to deliver it. It's Jeffrey Jeff.
Well,
Jeffrey Jeff stopping Makuto there, giving him bragging rights really.
Well, some bragging rights there.
Meshak Mogere unasema man of the match ni Doita. I agree. What do you think?
Indeed, it is Doita alongside Chris Owala.
Oh yeah, Chris Owala, because of
and if you were to choose the best blocker, it would definitely be Brian
Kamonde.
21-13.
Mwende Magdalene unasema Prisons mmerambwa nyinyi. Be kind Mwende, be kind.
Well set by Bosire. It's a spin by
Doita.
Again.
I thought it was still in play there, but it's a beautiful finish from Dennis. Hamdi Ben unasema Nyayo Indo. Jibu hilo tayari limekwisha patikana na mshindi wa hoodie ya Trailblazers na Mafro Sports yuaitwa Naftali Kungu,
and he serves it on
Makuto
the net.
I think has resigned to the fact that this match is over. And that is just about it. 3 points away from
Well,
the win.
Abana, indeed, let's not forget Sam Juma. Sam Juma
Oh yeah.
has
He's really picked all those balls up.
his A game today, really playing well. Also Dennis,
Dennis
a very
as well
dangerous
from
one if let loose.
yes.
Something that KPA need to be very careful about. We've seen comebacks, major comebacks in the past. It is possible to still make a comeback despite KPA just remaining with 3 points to call it a game. They need to still be in the game, not getting too overexcited. Bosire setting. Stanley.
It's
Actually,
82
Owala
kilometers per hour.
that sets
It is Chris Owala again.
directly squarely onto the chest of one stone.
Wow.
Literally, he needed to be a
Yes.
stone to pick that.
What a beautiful game that Chris Owala is having. The match of his life, just as Doita is, because he's really played well, Doita, today.
Wow.
Is it another one?
Owala.
Another hit? Is that another body hit?
And
Whoa!
Jeffrey sets it, and it's a point.
It's 109 kilometers per hour.
It's a point. Owala attacking it and going
What
opposite
again?
to the side to confirm the power behind that ball. It's a
He
set point.
is super proud, being
Wait
cheered on by
for-
everyone on this court today.
Indeed, he should be proud. He should be proud. He has been instrumental.
He's been
Well, it's
key.
the finish.
Jump service,
Service
places
from
it on the net.
net.
He can afford to do that, really.
Indeed,
He has
can.
the latitude to make that error because, I mean, why not?
Why not? Definitely, why not? Simple serve, simply received. And it's
And
over.
it is over. Was it Owala?
3-1. It was Toita.
It was Toita, 61 kilometers per hour.
Very
It
strong
marks
attack.
the end of this match between Kenya Ports Authority and Prisons Kenya. And as they shake hands there, I am sure that Kenya Prisons is also, cheering them on and congratulating them for a match well played. And you see, if you think about it, Florence, there is no lack that Kenya Prisons have in as far as their squad is concerned, because they have everyone
Indeed.
that they can play. Apart from Chemos, they have every part is moving. So, quite a margin there, considering the first set was 25-19, Prisons won 25-21, then 25-22, 25-16. So it tells you that they have sort of just given up in this final set.
Yes, I concur with your sentiments that Prisons Kenya has a very formidable side, a very strong side. I think for them it's more of mental than physical.
Yeah.
They haven't quite been able to settle and concentrate and coordinate themselves properly in this match. We have seen careless mistakes, quote unquote, that have proved costly during this match. We were anticipating a 5-setter because of how they played, especially on the second set. But unfortunately, that was not to be. They lost concentration and remained lost for the better part of this fourth set. Well, congratulations to KPA for taking this very solid win against Prisons Kenya. Well, we wait to see what the set statistics are, and they are as follows.
Oh yeah, we have of course Kenya Ports Authority winning the fourth set at 25. Should be 16. There is an issue, just a correction there that needs to be done. But the points from attack are 16 for Kenya Ports Authority, and like you see, Florence, for Prisons Kenya is just 8, so half of that. 5 points for Kenya Ports Authority from the
Gamonde.
defense. That is all
Definitely.
thanks to Gamonde, and 2 for Prisons Kenya. There is no service S in this particular one, but there are more opponent errors, points from opponent errors for Prisons Kenya at 6 and 4 for KPA.
Well, it's important to note that the results of this match only shake a bit the position of each team moving on into the playoffs, both teams having qualified for the playoffs. Well, they have to face it off once again during the playoffs. We wish the very best for both teams and all the other teams that have qualified for the playoffs. wishing them well as they advance into the quest to becoming the champions of the 2022-2023, I beg your pardon, National League. Asanteni sana kwa kujiunga nasi. Thank you for making time to keep us company during this match. We look forward to bring you the second match of the day between Prisons Kenya and Kenya Army, that we are keen to see whether this particular loss will work on the performance of the same team during the second team. Well, in a short while we will be having an interview between both teams and their the coaches, and also a bit of a word from Chris Owala, who has basically been the man of the match for this particular match, being lethal in all his departments, be it attacks, both in the front court and the back court, and also his powerful services. I'm sure we are looking forward to hear about him. We hope that this take stays the same and earns him a better position in the national team, and even internationally, as he hopes to join his counterparts that have featured in professional stints. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your comments, your encouragements and corrections. We hope to do better. We hope to bring you this live matches as they progress. A lot of excitement gearing up into the playoffs, the dates of which will be communicated later on. Keep it locked, keep it Trailblazers. Thank you. Congratulations to the person who has won their branded hoodie. We hope that you will communicate to us through our inbox at Trailblazers Volleyball Club and make us know how we will get the same to you. Well, both teams stretching after that much powerful and strong match that needed a lot of strength, literally all the strength they had in their system. They will be requiring a lot of strength. Well, we go to Yagon for that interview.
Prisons Kenya, we've registered quite the numbers in terms of speeds, and the gentleman that I'm going to have a conversation with is responsible for all of them. The fastest, I think, is at 114 kilometers per hour in as far as attacks are concerned, and his services are at, I think, 82 kilometers per hour is the fastest that we've seen. It's none other than Chris Owala for KPA, and we are going to have a conversation with him. Chris, hongera sana kwa mechi yenu ambayo mmecheza hapa, mmecheza vizuri sana. Unajihisi vipi baada ya kuwapiku Prisons Kenya?
Okay, mi kwanza niko na furaha. Kila mtu ako na furaha kwa timu. Juu umejua Prisons ni timu kubwa. Kwa table sahi wako juu. So umejua na sisi pia venye sahi tuko tulijitayarisha na tulijua itakuwa mechi ngumu. So kwa shinda kwanza tumeshukuru, tumefurahi na tunashukuru Mungu.
Na kulingana mazungumzo ambayo yamekuwa yakiendelea huko nje ya kwamba of course KPA ina wachezaji watatu ambao hawachezi, lakini pia ninyi ambao mko pale mmeweza kucheza vizuri sana. Ni nini ambayo imekuwa msukumo kwenu?
Okay, sasa ukiangalia wachezaji wetu wenye wamekataza wasicheze wako kwa bench wanatusupport. So ile moral wanatupatia inatupea motisha, na hiyo ndio inafanya tunacheza vizuri.
Sijui kama unajua ya kwamba tumekuwa tukipima ile speed ya ile mipira ambayo mmekuwa mkicheza hapa, na tumeweza kurekodi ya kwamba wewe umekuwa na service ambayo ndio imekuwa the fastest kwa zote at 82 kilometers per hour, and in terms of attacks I think imekuwa 114 kilometers per hour. Unafikiri hiyo inasaidia aje katika kuonyesha ule umaarufu na ile skill ambayo uko nayo kama mchezaji?
Okay, mimi kwanza kama mchezaji nafurahi na inanipea motisha hata nikirudi tena ni train more, at least nikirudi ikuwe nimeongeza speed kidogo. But mi kwangu nafurahi juu umejua inasaidia team, nikienda service lazima nikuwe nimetoka na points, na hiyo inasaidia team sana.
Hiyo ni vizuri sana. Asante sana Chris Owala, na hongera kwa mchezo ambao mmekuwa nao.
Asante sana.
That is it. That is Chris Owala from Kenya Ports Authority. Like we
just informed you he is, I think, the man of the match here. In Asozi, I mean, just the same way as Dhoita. We are going to have a conversation with the coach, Prisons Kenya, David Lungaho. So let's get to hear from him. Karibu sana coach.
Thank you.
Na asante kwa kuturuhusu kuwa na haya mazungumzo. What do you think, what is your first reaction from the display that we've just had?
Very poor display. That was not us. Nothing was functioning. We couldn't block, we couldn't receive, we couldn't attack. So I think it's not our weekend. We played poorly. KPA played very well. They were composed. I cannot say they are stronger than us, but they were more composed and everything of them functioned. For us, we have to go back to the drawing board, because if that is the play we're going to play, then winning is going to be very difficult during the playoffs.
What does it mean, the loss that you've had today? What does it mean for your team in as far as the playoffs are concerned?
It means quite a lot, because it damages our reputation, and then also our morale goes down, because this is a match we really wanted to win so that we finish maybe on number 1 or 2. But now that it's gone, we have to fight for number 2. We still have another match today. So we were caught in a catch situation whereby we have to think how we're going to play 2 matches in one day. But anyway, that is gone. We don't have to think about it. We just have to plan about the next match, which is also a very tricky fixture.
And of course, yeah, talking about the next match and going into it with a loss, what does it do to your players, and how are you going to ensure that they remain focused as they play Kenya Army?
No, as a team now, we are going to sit down. I need to talk to them so that we see how we can forget about this loss, because going to another match after losing definitely will bring our level down. But I think I'm experienced enough to bring them up. We know that we've not qualified yet. We need to win. So that's the spirit that we're going to go with in the next match. We have to win. For Kenya Army, I don't believe they're going to serve as hard as KPA, because their services killed us. If they serve a bit soft to receive, then they're going to play better.
Asante sana coach, and all the best in your next match.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the coach from Kenya, Prisons Kenya team, and he's just had, told us what has happened with the team and what they are going to do in order to be able to play the next match against Kenya Army. So they had 2 fixtures today. They are going to be playing Kenya Army in the next one, and of course the fact that they have lost this match is going to affect their players, but because of the experience that he has, of course, we are hoping that he will be able to bring up the morale of his players. Ladies and gentlemen, we are really grateful that you've been able to stay with us from the beginning of this match to this very point. And of course, this live is coming to you courtesy of Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Mafro Sports. From the commentary desk, my colleague Florence Bosire and I, and also on behalf of the entire crew responsible for the production of this live, we want to thank you so much, and we also wish to congratulate the ones who've won the branded TVC hoodies. Just do not go too far, because in a bit we are going to bring you the next match from this particular location. And so for that matter, remember to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, so that when we go live, you are the first person to be notified. So from NYAYO Stadium, my name is Emmanuel Igon for Trailblazers Volleyball Club.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
Yeah.
baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah.
Cash in the bag,